video. I'm Myra, for the people that don't know, and I am so excited to be starting out my YouTube channel now. I've always been into YouTube since I was in high school. You know, anything beauty related I love to watch on YouTube, and I've always wanted to start my own channel, but I just never had either the time or the equipment to be able to do that, and now I do, so I'm super thankful and happy I can do that now. So the first video I did was a makeup tutorial on this look I'm wearing today. It's a very soft cut crease, great for beginners if you're wanting to learn. I have a technique that I think makes cut creases super easy, so I think this is a great video for beginners that are looking to get into more dramatic makeup. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I recreated this look, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so today we're going to do like a very natural cut crease look with some very neutral colors. It's one of my go-to looks when I go out is do this kind of cut crease. So what we're going to do, what I always start with is my eyebrows. So what I like to use for my brows is my Anastasia Brow Wiz. I'm going to get into that and fill them in. There are the brows. Just right now is a rough draft. So next step in the brows is to fill them in with a powder, and the powder that I like to use is this one from the Brow Gal. I got this in my Ipsy bag. It's from Tanya Brooks, and I just like to use this dark brown here to fill it in. I think we got pretty even for once. Okay, so just really quickly, I'm just going to get some Maybelline concealer and clean under the brows, and I'll be right back. So to start with the eyes first, I just like to use the Maybelline concealer to prime the eyes, and this will just help all the rest of the colors stick. So for powder that I like to use to set that down is just some Laura Mercier translucent powder. I just recently bought it and I'm in love with it. So the first color that you're going to grab is Golden Ochre from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. One of my all-time favorite Holy Grail products. So I'm just going to grab a very loose blending brush to grab that, because we're going to put that all in our crease to be our transition shade for all of the other colors. Okay, the next color we're going to grab is Warm Taupe. On that same brush, just building up that crease color a little bit more. Now we're going to grab a smaller blending brush. This is from Lexi. It's just like a it's really dirty, but it's a 205 tapered blending brush. And I'm going to go into Raw Sienna, which is a very warm brown, and just sort of fill that in the outer corner mainly. Now with a very tiny blending brush, this is a 237 from Lexi. It's a very small, very precise blending brush. I'm going to grab the color Cypress Umber into that brush, and this is going to be right in the crease. And what I like to do that helps me is just keep my eye open and drag this color right in there. And then I'm just grabbing another brush just to blend it out. So I'm just going to do one eye and finish the other eye on the off camera. So I'm going to zoom you in closer to this eye. Just grabbing some Cypress Umber and just blending that in there. Okay, so we built that color in there. I'm just going to blend out a bit more up here just because I don't want it to look crazy. So next is cutting the crease, and what I do to make life so much easier to do a cut crease is to use concealer and really just cut, I guess, make the line to cut the crease, which I've noticed is a lot easier than trying to do the line and then blend and then put shadow on top. This just makes my life a lot easier, and I think for beginners it's a good trick if you want to achieve doing that. And the same brush, and use a very thin, let's see if you guys can tell, it's really dirty, but just a very thin brush so that you're able to really make a detailed cut and lines in there. So what I like to do is just start at the bottom and start building going up. So just create the half moon first. Follow the natural line of where your crease starts. Okay, so that's what we start to do first, is just create the half moon, and then towards the end out here is when you start creating that little wing. So there we go on getting the cut in there, as you can see. And then I just pat down, any leftover concealer, because if you leave it on there too much and you raise your eye, you're going to get some on top where you don't want it. So keep your eyes squinted. I'm going to grab Tempera, which is a very light white kind of color, and just set down that concealer. So my camera decided to stop filming and didn't film me doing my winged eyeliner and mascara, but that's basically the cut crease on this eye. I'm gonna finish this other eye off of camera, and what I'll do, because since the camera stopped recording when I was doing my winged eyeliner, I will show you guys how I do that on the other eye, so you guys know, because I know a lot of people have trouble doing winged eyeliner, and I think I have a pretty easy way of doing it. So for beginners, if you want to learn, we can do that. So I'm gonna finish this other eye, and I'll be right back to show you guys how I do my eyeliner. Okay guys, I almost forgot to show you guys how I do my eyeliner. So I always start in the middle and go out, and then I slowly move towards the middle. And now we're going to create the wing. So I always draw this line first, and then I connect the top and then just fill that in. Okay, so liners don't always match, so don't worry if, They're not identical. They're not meant to be the perfect. But I did, as you can see, I messed up a little bit. I added just a little tiny thing there. So what I'm going to do is just grab some makeup remover, and you could always fix your wings like that. See? And it looks a lot better. So, gonna do mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back to finish off the face. Okay, as you can see, I put on lashes and liner on both eyes. So now let's move on to the face. So the first thing I've done was already moisturize my face. It's always important to put on moisturizer underneath your foundation, just so it has something under it so it doesn't sink super into your skin. And the next thing that's important to do is always to prime your face, because it will really help the foundation stay on all day. And if you have large pores like me, I use a pore minimizing primer that really helps shrink those down. So for all over the face, just to help mattify and also help the foundation stick, I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish foundation primer. So I just grabbed just a very pea size. So there's that. Now the primer that I use to minimize my pores, because I have really large pores around my cheeks area, I use the Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer. I just got this little sample size from Sephora just to try it out, and I really like it, and I think I'm gonna have to purchase this, even though I don't want to, because it is really expensive. But it really does help minimize my pores, and the lady at Sephora told me that over time it does actually shrink the size of your pores so they're not so large. So that's what I'm waiting for, and hopefully that works, because your girl's got some big pores. Now for foundation, I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12 Hour Full Coverage Foundation in the color medium beige. And I, again, only have a sample size. I'm trying out these new foundations because I haven't seemed to find the one that really, you know, is good with my skin. But this one, I think, is winning my heart. So there's one layer, and I'm gonna add just a little bit in some areas like my cheeks and then up here. Next we are gonna conceal, and I do need to wet my beauty blender, so I'll be right back. So I am gonna grab my beauty blender just to blend out the foundation just a little bit, just so it's really flawless and smooth. Okay, so I'm gonna use, I love this concealer, I use it for everything. That's why I love it, because it's so multi-use. You can use it for like my concealer, you can use it as, you know, like I use to cut the crease, to prime your eyes. You can basically use this for anything. And so I'm just gonna put some underneath my eyes. Okay, now that we got it blended, it's really important to set that right away, just so it doesn't crease. So again, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I want to try the Secret Brightening powder. I heard a lot of people like that one, a lot of YouTubers, so I want to try it out. So what I'm going to do is grab a little brush here. This is from Mimi, and it's just a little small brush you can blend out there. And I am going to set the rest of my face with this translucent powder, just because I really like it, and because I am oily, it does help control my oil. But I only like to grab a really tiny bit and mainly just focus it on my forehead and my T-zone. So for this look, I do want to add just a little bit of color and also define my cheekbones a little bit. I do have a really round face, so I do like to contour to make it look a little slimmer. So what I'm using is the Highlight and Contour Palette by IBY or IB Beauty. Not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but it has 6 different colors, 3 contour shades and 3 highlight shades up top. Really nice. Got this in my BoxyCharm as well. If you guys don't have BoxyCharm, you guys need to do it because it is so worth the money. Most of my makeup I get from them, and it's really good quality, and you can just try things out that you never would try before. Okay, so I am so sad right now. I just didn't realize my camera stopped recording again, and you didn't see me finish my contour, blush, highlight, everything, so that makes me so sad. But I'm going to keep going on because I did most of it. So what I used for blush was the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the color Prim. It's a very pretty mauvey color that I think looks so good on everybody. So I put that as blush. I did bronze up a little bit. I used this brush here, it's a crown brush, to bronze up. And I used the Wet n Wild contour palette in the color Dulce de Leche, and I used that contour palette, or the contour color, to warm up the face because I felt like my face was looking really white. And I still kind of feel like it does, but I don't want to add too much. I think the camera makes it look whiter than I am. But I used that for bronzing, and then you guys missed the best part, which was highlight. And what I used to highlight was the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette. One of my all-time favorite palettes for highlight, and what I used is Champagne Pop, which is this one. No, this one. This one. Right? No, I used Prosecco Pop as a highlight. I was so happy I was able to get this palette when she restocked it. The first time I wasn't able to get it, and I was so sad because she said it was a limited edition and it was never going to come back, so I was like, damn it, I missed out. And my aunt got it, and so I was really jealous of her. But I think it was around either Christmas Day or on Christmas she restocked, and I was so happy I was able to get it. So I'm so happy I got it and I have my hands on it because it's literally one of the best highlighting palettes I own. So what I was doing was starting to line my lips. As you can see, I did the bottom and like one half of it. And what I'm doing to line the lips is the Jordana Easy Liner in the color Rock and Rose. One of my all-time favorite liners at the drugstore. A lot of people compare it to Dolce from the Kylie cosmetic lip liner, but this one's like $3 and it works so well. So let's finish lining the lips now that I know I am recording. We've got that lined up, and then the color I'm going to use on my lips is the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the color Push Up. So I'm going to concentrate that mainly in the middle area of the lips. So guys, this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed my video. I do want to apologize that my camera kept cutting off and stopped recording. I'm just getting used to it, so this is a lot harder than I thought to film a video. So if you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. I'm so happy you guys were able to take a look at my video, and I'm very nervous still and excited to start this. So hopefully the more I do videos, the more less nervous I'll be and the more you'll see the real Myra. So if you guys have any more suggestions on makeup tutorials, DIYs, questions, if you want to ask me any questions, just comment them down below. I really want to get into filming, so any suggestions that you guys might have, I would really appreciate them. And if you guys want to see more of me, like I said, subscribe, hit the buttons below, and do that. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! As you guys know, I've always wanted, no, you guys don't fucking know that. Oh, don't tell me I was not recording that whole time.